Hi everyone, I hope you all are doing well and all are safe and healthy during this time. This is Radhika here again, and this video is a question that a viewer had asked. Her name is Nitya, and I'm just going to read her question, and then this video is like an answer to that question. Um, so just excuse my voice. I have a bit of a throat issue going on at the moment. Um, so the question she asked was, can you make a video on why children of narcissistic parents tend to procrastinate or avoid medical checkups? Um, so I thought this is a very interesting topic because I have seen this happen in my life, in the friends I know, in my own life, in my loved ones' lives, and I have seen this pattern where children who grew up in narcissistic situations tend to overlook their body's health, and especially procrastinate um, regular medical checkups, or they are not as concerned about their body, and especially the medical system also sometimes they try to avoid it. So I can't have like one answer for everyone, but the core of the issue is that so what I'm trying to say is the subtlety of every situation will be different, but the core of the matter is that when you have grown up in a narcissistic family or a narcissistic environment, you do not grow up with a balanced view of important things in life. Like your health, for example, is an important thing in life. But when you grow up in a dysfunctional, narcissistic family, there's so much going on, there's so much drama, there's so many high emotions, there's so much like addictions, violence, etc., that many times health is put on a back burner. So it could also be that you have workaholic parents who are narcissistic, who are only after status in life or job positions or the salary that they earn, or trying to get a bigger house, bigger car, more luxurious lifestyle, etc. So even in that case, they will tend to ignore their own health, and in turn they also ignore the kids' health. So the crux of the matter is, from childhood you have not been taught to take better care of your health or be more aware of your health. Maybe the school teaches that, schools have science and they have best practices that they kind of suggest, but when you come home and you see on a day to day basis these are not being followed, right? Maybe you eat a lot of oily food, or if your mom or dad are extremely into their looks, then you don't eat enough, you only eat diet food. So the balance of life is missing when you have a narcissistic upbringing. So this is the crux of the matter, that as a kid, you you or whoever grew up in that environment was not taught the importance of health. Another example could be that because of all these habits, that the narcissistic parents had, later in life you saw them have a lot of health issues, right? Because they were following an unhealthy pattern for their health. And then when the health issues happened, it caused a big uproar in your household, and it caused an even greater dysfunction in your life because of the medical condition that was found out. So say your someone in your family gets detected with diabetes, or with heart problems or high cholesterol, something like that, and then suddenly these people from their extreme dysfunction are brought into like a reality check, that this is how you're leading your life and this is how it's affecting your health, and they cannot cope with it, and then they create more chaos, there's more conflict, there's more pressure in the house. So your mind is relating to finding out about your health in that manner, that if I find out I have a disease or I have a lifestyle disease, or I have some problem with my health, uh, the reference that your brain has is to that chaotic part of your childhood where everything was even worse than it normally was. And so maybe as a grown up, you learn to deflect that or avoid that. And so you're like, I'm already so busy, I'm already working on my life, I'm trying to get better. Now I don't want to know how my health is doing. So because of all the pressure and the way the situation was handled in your birth family, you do not have the confidence to handle it in a better way. So you procrastinate and you decide that I don't want to know. I don't want to know how my health is, or I don't know want to know how bad it is or how good it is. I want to stay ignorant to it. Um, so that could be another big reason that you saw it being handled in a very bad way in your family, and that's why you avoid it because you don't know if you can handle it in a better way. But I'll tell you how it gets handled in a balanced family. So maybe you can pick up some tips from it, and you can apply them in your own life. If you see that I do procrastinate going to the doctor, or I do procrastinate taking care of my health or doing medical checkups. Um, so in a balanced family, nutrition is taken care of, health is taken care of in a balanced way. So it's not extreme overeating, indulging in everything under the sun, and it's not on the other spectrum, which is like not eating enough, starving yourself, or just being very focused on health food and considering some foods extremely, like, oh, fries, I hate fries, I'm never going to eat fries, that kind of a dysfunctional relationship with food. So if you grew up in a balanced family, that family would have a good relationship with food. It will know that food is to nourish your own body and to help you live a high energy and a good life. At the same time, there's not so much shaming of food items or hating of food items, and there's not so much gravitation around certain food items. So, all food groups, every food is respected in that family, and they try to eat everything in balance, like proteins, carbs, fats, vitamins, minerals, everything in balance. And of course, not everyone can be balanced all the time, but that is their intention. They don't intentionally overeat or undereat. They eat to fulfill their body's need at the time. So if they are sick and the body is saying that I can't eat, I don't need food, I only need liquids, they will listen to their body and only have liquids. They don't force their body to fit their brain's idea of being healthy. So it's more body based living. So that is healthy. Then, for medical things, if the body feels sick, they give the body what is needed. So they give it allopathic medication, they give it a doctor's visit, they give it, if the doctor says you have to include half an hour of exercise in your life every day, they listen to the doctor and they do it. And if they meet a doctor or are in a medical system which is kind of fooling the patient, they have the discretion to understand that this doctor is not honest, he's dishonest, he's trying to fool us into like doing some treatment to make money. So, overall, they have a balanced outlook on the medical system as well as on their own health, and they don't either raise the doctor up on a pedestal or raise the food or diet up on a pedestal. And they don't bring it down like, oh, doctors are useless, the medical system is useless, I don't need it. Or like, diets are useless, thinking about food is useless, just eat what you want. Just, if I feel like eating burgers and fries and coke and everything, I'll just have it. So these are extreme polarized ways of thinking about food and medical systems. But when you're in balance, you do what is good for you in balance. In that in you have to use your discretion to understand what is happening. And when you do that, you will have sustained periods of good health. And obviously, like, when the time comes, you will have to leave your body, and the body will go through its normal wear and tear, which is natural, right? That's the normal thing to happen. So I hope this video helped answer your question, and as always, I wish you all a lot of love and a lot of light. Thank you. Bye.